Hi guys, my name is Shayda Campbell from the 11th apartment, and this week I've got a new font to share. Today's font is probably the first one that I've ever covered that's more at an intermediate level. It's not difficult, but this font does include a shadow or an outline, and that outline always needs to be in the exact right spot and never in the wrong spot, so it's quite precise. So for that reason, I've done a whole alphabet here to show you guys, so you can reference this entire uppercase alphabet, and I think that will make it a lot easier. So this is it here. I've just prepped the whole thing and you'll be able to reference that. I'm going to do a blog post and I'll post it on there. That'll be done tomorrow. But anyways, for this font, you'll want to use a really fine pen. So either a Staedtler Triplus Fineliner, or I've also recently picked up this Sharpie Fine pen. It's a Sharpie pen, so it's good as well. Just something that's going to allow you to do really precise detail work. Because when you go in and try to do these outlines, you'll want a steady hand and you'll want to have your confidence, but you'll also want a good pen that isn't going to bleed or leave ink spots and just not work to your advantage. All right, so let's put that away and I'll show you a few of the things that I've done with this font. And it really is a great font for posters and for doing titles. This thing I prepared very recently. We're sort of living in this beautiful little cottage in Prince Edward Island, and we're right on the seashore, right on the beach. So we're out every morning sort of trying to identify all these creatures and plants that are so new to us. And I'm someone who really likes to know my forest life and wildlife. So I made this little chart to help me memorize some of the seaweed and the jellyfish and stuff that we're seeing, and it's just the perfect font to sort of do a title, and that's what I'm going to be showing you guys today, and I'm really excited. I really like this font a lot. So I guess we'll just start with some examples. Let's see here. I'm going to do just a word that I do over and over, hello. I'm focusing mainly on uppercase in this video, and I just think the font lends itself quite well to uppercase letters and to doing that poster lettering, but you can definitely switch to lowercase, although I'm only providing the uppercase alphabet. So all I do is I write out the word. I haven't done anything crazy with the print, and then I go back in and I thicken it up. So I don't try to do like this bubble font or thick font. I do a simple uppercase print, and then I go back and I just thicken each line, and that keeps it really simple, and that keeps you from sort of making mistakes or getting bogged down by trying to do this thick font. So just do a nice simple print. You can angle it a little if you want, and then go in and thicken. And then after you've thickened each line, you're going to go in and you're going to color everything in. I did try this, just doing it with just an outline and then doing the shadow or the outline, and it was too busy. So I'm coloring everything in, and the coloring in process, that also allows you to fix anything. So if an outline wasn't quite right or you had a shaky hand, going back in and coloring allows you to thicken a line slightly, or just if there was a wiggle or something, you can cover that up. So that'll help you too when you go back in and color in. This print, actually, I find it quite, the way I hold my pen, I sort of get really tired by the time I'm done coloring everything in. So hopefully there's not too many of you out there that have a death grip on your pen like I do. All right, so we've got everything colored in. And like I said, I'm just fixing little things. If I need to thicken anything up, this is the perfect time to do it. Once the lettering looks good, then it's time to go back in and do the shadow or the outline. And the outline for this font goes on the bottom of the letter and the right-hand side of the letter. And anywhere that can be considered sort of a bottom or an underside or a right-hand side. It never goes on any top portion of the letter, and it never goes on any left-hand portion of the letter. And that can be confusing. And that's why I'm giving you this alphabet to reference, and that'll be posted on my blog tomorrow. And that is also what makes this an intermediate lettering font, because you need a steady hand. It is difficult. You need a good pen, and you need to be very careful to always put the outline in the right spot. All right, let's try another one here, and we'll just go through it again so you guys can get a good idea for how this font works. Think about the way you do your print, but keep it quite simple. Like I said, you could angle a little, but just a simple print, uppercase. Go back in, thicken each line one at a time. Remember, you're not doing some bubble lettering. You're just gonna simple print and then add the outline. Keep it really simple. And the outline doesn't even have to be perfect, because once you're done, you're going to go back in and color it in, and then you can kind of fix any little mistakes. All right, so I've got my simple colored in thickened print, and now it's time to do the outline. So a great way to do that, if you're not confident, is to reference. And I still will. I'll think, oh, how does the Q work again? And I'll look at my alphabet that I initially came up with. So anything that's considered right-hand side and underside of the letter. Nothing on anything that would be considered a top portion or a left-hand portion. And we go all along the bottom and then along the right-hand side. And you can see that there, and we go right along the bottom there. And another thing, if you find your hand isn't steady and you're shaking a little when you're doing that, you can always twist the page so that you're pulling the pen towards your body and just reference that initial alphabet. And I think with a little practice, you'll find that it's not too bad, or that it's not like super difficult or anything like that. Okay. I'll just do one more example for fun here. So I'm going to write out the word picnic, and I'm just doing a really, you can see, basic font in this video. I haven't really changed my uppercase lettering at all. What you can do is you can play around with that, play around with your initial lettering, and I think that will help you to change this font and make it into something really personal. But when you're practicing, it can really just be simple, straight uppercase letters. And I'm just going in here and thickening each letter on its own. And then, of course, I'll go through and I'll just color them all in. And what I'm actually going to show you with this example is I want to sort of illustrate how great this font is as part of a quote or part of a poster. It really lends itself to showcasing one word in a poster filled with other sorts of letterings. So I'm going to make just sort of a fun, this is very, very rough, but I'm just going to make a little sort of picnic poster. So I'm going back in here, and you can see just putting that outline very carefully on the underside and the right-hand side of the letter. If you're wondering why you can kind of see my face a little, it's because I don't have the right camera set up right, or I don't have the right tripod set up to have an overhead camera. So I kind of have the tripod between me and the artwork. So I'm going to be ordering a new tripod hopefully very soon. Anyways, here's the word picnic. It's looking good. And then I'm just going to add a flag or a banner, as we call them, over top. And yeah, I think this lettering is just really great as part of a poster. So we'll just write Sunday in the flag here, and just in a sort of a cute print. And this lettering, it's great for drawing attention to whatever word you want the most attention on, because it's thick and it's bold and it has this great outline that almost looks like it's, been stamped on the page. It makes it look like it's been stamped on the page or something. So it's just perfect for drawing the eye towards one word in particular. So I'll write Sunday picnic, then I'll just put a line here, and that helps to create some division. And what else should we do? We'll just put Woods Park underneath or something. And we're going to do a simpler font. This font, if you would like to do this sort of thicken on the left-hand side, That trick you can find in one of my videos called One Trick, Many Fonts, and it's just all about thickening on the left-hand side of the letter and all the fun stuff you can do with that. All right, there we go. So you can see it really draws your eye to that one word. It's great for posters and quotes, and I hope you guys will give this font a try. And just before I wrap this video up, I'll show you a little bit more of just my practice and prep work. See, it's really, I just love it as like the one bold word I used with other fonts. So I did a little cute summer one, and you know, I was just practicing, but that's kind of some more ideas for how you can use this this interesting font. So thanks for watching today, guys, and I will see you next week. And remember, tomorrow afternoon on my blog, on my personal blog, which is the 11thapartment.blogspot.ca, you can find a blog post all about this font. I'll post lots of photos. I'll post lots of photos of the alphabet that I've prepared, and hopefully there will even be a downloadable file so that you can grab this font and have access to it when you're practicing. Thank you again for watching today. If you enjoyed the video, please don't hesitate to hit like and consider subscribing to the channel. And next week, get excited because there's another font video coming your way. So I will see you then.